The arena is dark, the spotlight glows, and you can almost hear the echoes of skates carving into the ice. A legend once stood here, a man who wore the C with pride, carried a dynasty on his back, and electrified fans across Canada. His name, Yvan Cournoyer. And what's happening in his life now at over 80 years old is something fans never expected. They called him the Roadrunner, the small but blazing fast forward who tore through defenses in the 1970s. Watching him fly down the ice was like watching lightning in real time. But the story I'm about to tell you tonight isn't about goals or Stanley Cups, it's about heartbreak, resilience, and a chapter few people talk about. Please like, share, and subscribe for more NHL content. I'll never forget the night I heard the whispers in the press box. Yvan Cournoyer, slowed down, struggling, a shadow of the man who once lifted the Montreal Canadiens to glory. And as those whispers grew louder, the heartbreak in the hockey world became impossible to ignore. This was the captain of the Canadiens during their dynasty years, a man who led with fire in his heart. 10 Stanley Cups. 10. That's more than some entire franchises have ever managed. And yet today, at over 80 years old, his story isn't just about triumph, it's about the toll of a lifetime in hockey. Fans who remember him in his prime still talk about his speed, his fearless play, his ability to ignite a crowd in seconds. But if you see him now, you'll notice the limp. You'll notice the pain etched on his face. Years of sacrifice on the ice have caught up, and the reality is heartbreaking. I was in Montreal not long ago, and fans filled the Bell Center with his name once again. But this time, it wasn't for a goal, or a cup, or a victory lap. It was in tribute. In recognition of a warrior whose body may be weakened, but whose legacy remains untouchable. Cournoyer has battled serious back problems for decades. The same speed that made him great, the same reckless drive that carried him past defenders, also left scars. Today, even walking is difficult. Imagine that, one of the fastest players the NHL has ever seen, now slowed by the cruel hand of time. And yet, when he speaks, that spark is still there. I've seen it. His smile, his stories, his eyes lighting up when he talks about those cup runs, it reminds you that hockey is more than a game. It's a legacy that lives inside its heroes long after they've left the ice. But fans can't help feeling the sting. The Roadrunner, the man who gave everything to the game, is now paying the price for it. It's a reality no one wants to face. Even legends aren't immune to the weight of time. Still, Yvan Cournoyer remains a fighter. I was standing just feet away when he addressed a group of fans, his voice shaking but proud. He spoke of his teammates, his memories, the brotherhood they shared. And you could hear a pin drop in the room. Everyone knew they were in the presence of greatness. There's a lesson here, and fans feel it every time his name is mentioned. Hockey takes, and it takes hard. But what it gives, those moments, those memories, live forever. And no one embodies that more than Yvan Cournoyer. Think about it. 10 Stanley Cups, a Conn Smythe Trophy, an induction into the Hall of Fame. He played with giants, faced down dynasties, and emerged as one of the most decorated captains in NHL history. That's not just a career, that's immortality. And yet, immortality doesn't shield you from pain. I remember one fan saying, "It breaks my heart to see him like this." You could feel the sadness, but also the love. Because for Canadiens fans, Cournoyer isn't just a player. He's family. I was there when he stepped into the arena for a tribute night, the crowd roaring with emotion. He moved slowly, but when the spotlight hit his face, you could see him draw strength from the energy of the fans. For a moment, the Roadrunner was flying again. That's the magic of legends, they never truly stop inspiring us. Even now, at over 80 years old, Yvan Cournoyer is still teaching us about courage, resilience, and the love between a player and his city. But make no mistake, it's hard to watch. The injuries, the frailty, the quiet moments where his body betrays him. It's heartbreaking. And yet, in that heartbreak lies something even greater, respect. The respect of fans who still chant his name. The respect of former teammates who call him the ultimate leader. The respect of a league that knows his contributions will never be forgotten. And when you see him smile, even through the pain, you realize something powerful. Hockey may have taken from his body, but it can never take his spirit. That remains unshakable. Cournoyer's story at 80 plus is not just about decline, it's about dignity. It's about a man who gave his all to the game, and now receives the love of generations who will never let his name fade away. For fans, it's bittersweet. To see their hero aged, fragile, yet still carrying that aura of greatness. It hurts, but it also heals. Because it reminds us that hockey is more than wins and losses, it's about people, about moments, about legends who live forever in our hearts. Standing in that arena, hearing the fans, seeing the emotion in their eyes, you realize Yvan Cournoyer isn't gone. He's right there, alive in every cheer, every memory, every story told from father to son, mother to daughter. The Roadrunner may have slowed down, but his impact never will. That's the paradox of legends. Their bodies fade, but their legacies only grow stronger. And so, when we ask what really happened to Yvan Cournoyer at 80 plus, the answer isn't just heartbreak. It's also pride, love, and a reminder of what hockey means to us all. Because Yvan Cournoyer is not just a name in the history books. He is living history. And as long as the game is played, his story will be told.